you, Zari.
Thank you very much. Let's jump into our top stories. We were talking the UAE has ranked first in the world for women's personal safety. So this is a survey by Georgetown University, and they have ranked the UAE as the safest country for personal safety for women in the world. So it's called the Women, Peace and Security Index. Now it draws recognized data to measure women's inclusion, justice and security in 170 countries. And so they actually they do a lot of different studies. They have a lot of different ways to measure this. And in personal safety, the UAE topped the charts with 98.5% of women saying they felt safe walking alone in their neighborhoods at night.
Oh my God, for sure. The UAE was close to the top of group in a number of studies, including women's financial inclusion. We jumped from 66.3% to 76.4% since 2017, and the absence of legal discrimination against women. Overall, in the rankings, the UAE placed 24th, climbing from 43rd position since 2017, and that is so incredibly impressive.
Yeah, so it's an overall ranking, and I think Norway was top of the entire ranking. And like Simran just said, that we have jumped quite a few jumps in the last couple of years, but it's the personal safety thing that we always talk about, and it's like, it's one of those things that you can't actually measure how good that makes a woman feel. Because it's literally, like, I used to live in apartments when I was in university in Dublin, and I shared with like 3 or 4 girls. And even then, like, you always lock the doors. Walking home that one street from the metro equivalent to your apartment, I would always be scared. And I don't know if that's me, but like, I think a lot of women feel scared at night walking. So the fact that we have it here, that safety blanket, and now it's measured and it's obvious because it's obviously been ranked #1 in the world.
For sure. I think just in terms of women's safety, and the better it is, it speaks so much about the country and its laws, and how it's how the laws are being practiced by the full force and all of that. Like, and the UAE, for like in specific, just everything starting from like in buses, they have a designated area for women, in the metros, in so many places, like for women and children. So, you know, they try to take those precautionary measures from the T. And I mean, really, like, it's no surprise that we've jumped up so many positions in this index.
100%. And if you are one of those women that feel, tell us your stories about, you know, that personal safety. And if you want to read the survey, like I said, it was made by Georgetown University, and there's it's an all-encompassing survey talking about security and personal safety and other different aspects for women in society. And it's, like I said, it takes data from 170 countries. So we'll link that on Lovin Dubai later today if you want to take a look.
But before we move on, I mean, definitely what you said about like walking alone at night, here you can do it. Unlike any other country where you're just like, you know, you have to have your purse held close to you or your phone held close to you. You can just like walk relaxed outside alone at any time of the night.
The only cons is when you go to another country and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I've left my safety bubble and now I have to be, we're not saying you don't need to have your wits about you, because of course,
very true,
have your wits about you. But at the same time, it's just like for me, it's like if I'm ever sleeping alone in my house or my apartment, if I was in another country, I would be nervous about that. But here, I'm just not at all.
Exactly.